Ryan Holiday is not a trained philosopher, but thousands of people turn to him for his daily dose of wisdom and insight. Although Holiday discovered Stoicism in school, most of what he knows about it was through personal studies. As a student journalist, he approached a speaker at a conference and asked what he read. The speaker introduced him to the works of two great Stoics, Epictetus and Aurelius. He was hooked, and the rest is history. Ryan has a note on his desk that reads, "Am I being a good steward of Stoicism?" He prefers to focus and share the aspects of Stoicism that benefit people the most. Stoicism advises us to act in the service of others without desiring personal gain, praise, or recognition. No doubt, anyone who serves human beings knows it is challenging. Understanding your effort helps you follow through when things get tough. In Ryan Holiday's book, Ego is the Enemy, he reminds us that leaders must embrace humility. It takes humility to put people first. Marcus, his role model, empathized with humanity and went out of his way to treat them kindly even when the future looks doom and gloom. The Antonine Plague hit ancient Rome. The horrible pandemic killed millions of people, and Rome's economy was in shambles. It felt like the end, and there was no hope. But then they had a great emperor who put the well-being of others above himself. Marcus strolled around the imperial palace and began marking his possessions for sale. He sold his furniture, jewels, and most prized assets for 2 months. He then sends a message to the city, "I'm not going to put myself first. I don't need these fancy things, not when people are struggling." Although the plague did not miraculously vanish, he gave much hope to the people because of his virtuous actions. Marcus was a leader who sacrificed and struggled to put people ahead of his comfort and needs. Marcus Aurelius is famous for his classic human contradiction. He says that we're generally selfish people, yet more than ourselves, we care so much about people's opinions. He wrote, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." As a rule of thumb, Stoics only worry about what's in their control. People's opinions are beyond their grasp, so it doesn't make the cut. This brings us to another guiding light Ryan Holiday swears by for a better life. One day, James Altucher popped $1 million question to Holiday. It goes, "Given that we still want people to like us, how can you be creative? How can you persevere if you're seeking other people's approval?" Holiday's answer was pure gold. He responded, "I'm trying to shrink the amount of people whose approval matters to me." Then Holiday told his story. Years ago, a U.S. senator sent him a message. He told him he reads the Daily Stoic and is a big fan. The senator commended Holiday's efforts and cheered him on. That's the approval Ryan cares about. He's not after the 100 million views on Facebook or the trolls making an issue out of nothing. He doesn't need the world to give him a thumbs up. It should be the same for everyone. You just need to attract a core group of raving fans and offer them real value. When you do, you attract the correct opinions. And even when destructive ones sneak in, you know your way around it. Remember when the Roman Empire was declining? Guess what? Things were terrible, but they learned to accept it. Negative opinions will always show up. However, don't let them get to you. Like Holiday, stick to the senator's commendation and throw the rest out the window. Another Stoic rule that keeps Ryan going for a better life is self-discipline. It is tempting to expect others to match your standard. It is often counterproductive because others didn't sign up for your expectations. Stoicism reminds us that we have no idea what other people are struggling with. As such, it is unfair to impose our discipline upon them. Marcus Aurelius says that self-discipline starts with finding your purpose. Why do you complain if you're doing what you were born for? He believed that we all have a purpose and must execute it. If you understand your goals, then you're more likely to complete them. The biggest source of self-discipline is having a reason to do the task. If you don't know what to do, then just start somewhere. Self-discipline is about finding compelling reasons to do something and committing yourself to see it to the end. Ryan Holiday agrees with Marcus in his book, Discipline is Destiny. Throughout the book, he focuses on how to best use your time. He says that successful people have a powerful morning routine. Morning hours are the best time to be creative and mentally strong. Holiday notes that there's a reason CEOs hit the gym early. There's always a reason people read and think in the morning. They know they might not get the time later. Holiday says, be up and doing while you're fresh. While you can, grab that hour before daylight. Grab that hour before traffic. Grab it while no one is looking, while everyone is still asleep. Besides the mental aspects of self-discipline, Holiday says that you should flex your physical muscles too. The world is unpredictable, but you can control how you care for yourself. Get ready for the real golden nugget so permanent Ryan got it tattooed on his arm. Amor fati. Fate chose this for you, so you better embrace it and accept it and make something of it. When you accept things that happen to you, you face them with strength and cheerfulness. Acceptance does not mean you surrender to everything around you. It only helps you recognize that there are limits to what you can control. That is, you cannot control the world around you, but you can control your response to it. Late in Marcus Aurelius' reign, he received shocking news. His best friend and most trusted general, Avidius Cassius, betrayed him. He could have been angry and sought revenge, but he didn't. He seized the opportunity to practice virtue. He asked his men to capture Cassius, but not to hurt him. He believed it was an opportunity to settle this affair well and show the world that there is a right way to deal even with civil wars. Like Marcus, Holiday got his fair share of betrayal. When he started his company, Brass Check, in 2011, an old friend approached him to become partners in order to expand the business. Of course, he trusted his friend, but it didn't take long to realize the mistakes. His friend disappointed him, and the company became a disaster. But what did Holiday do in the midst of chaos? He accepted the loss and moved on. Hence, Holiday now has Amor fati tattooed on his right arm. Another Stoic icon that lives in the truth of Amor fati is Matthew McConaughey. His Stoic rules will
Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way.
Will be sure to inspire you to a better life. When his life became a publicity nightmare, learn how he used Amor fati to overcome this embarrassing event in his life.